The book that we read in Miss Lawson's English 12 class is A Question of Freedom, a memoir of learning, survival, and coming of age by R.D. Wayne Betts. R.D. Wayne Betts is actually the main character of the book. A little bit more about the author. He currently has two sons, and he met his wife at a PG community college. He's written another book called Shahid Reads His Own Palm, which came out in 2010. A Question of Freedom actually came out in 2009. The setting of this book would have to be prison. There's no specific prison since he was constantly transferred to different prisons throughout the state of Virginia. It starts off in February of 1996. A little bit more about the main character. He's very intelligent. He was incarcerated at the age of 16 for carjacking, and he's gonna serve a 9-year sentence. So as far as the conflict, well, there's a couple. The first one, he's gonna serve a 9-year sentence. He's very young. He's 16. So, that's a long time in jail for a 16-year-old, especially since, you're not going to really be able to enjoy your teenage years, such as like going to prom, going off to college, doing all that stuff. Another conflict would be having to, survive in jail, avoid getting raped, getting beaten, stuff like that. And then just his internal conflicts, such as like, him not going crazy in a jail cell, since all he really has time to do is just think about what he's done and stuff like that. So yeah. As far as the mood, throughout the novel, I would say that there's a couple of different moods, such as like funny, especially sad, stuff like that. What was the theme? The theme, I would have to say, is just basically him surviving jail and, all the different things he had to do to, keep his mind straight, not going crazy or, not thinking about committing other crimes. Basically, he was in there, and it gave him a long time to think on ways how he could better himself instead of learning ways how he could commit a crime and get away with it. So he definitely didn't want to fall back into that life once he got out. One of the passages that I thought was really crazy is the first one that I'm going to share with you guys. It's basically when he's talking about how he was incarcerated and how quick it happened. When I closed my eyes, I thought about the way the gun felt in my palm. I tried to remember what caliber pistol it was, but couldn't. It was automatic and weighed nothing in my palm, and I couldn't figure out how something that weighed nothing could have me slumped in the back of a car, driving me away from my life. My wrists almost slipped through the cuffs that held me captive as jailhouse danger swirled red in my hand. It's crazy how something so little can cause you to, serve such a long time in jail, and such a small decision to hold something that small, could get you there. Now, while in jail, he actually was able to receive his high school diploma, which is very successful, I would say. He didn't want his GED, which was something he was going to most likely get. So just the fact that he, still was able to get his high school diploma means a lot, especially you can tell to his mom, which with the next passage that I'm about to read you. The first time my mother saw my diploma, we stared at each other through a 1/4-inch thick slant of pally glass. Each of us held a telephone to our ear, and I pressed the diploma against the glass. My mother cried when she saw the slip of paper tucked inside the navy blue portfolio. I was 16 when I received the diploma. I would actually recommend this book to anybody who, has been in jail or, has a family member that's in jail, because you're definitely going to be able to relate to the book. I personally enjoyed the book just because it talks about real life stuff. and it gives you a view on the life behind bars, and it really gets you thinking about decisions that could possibly get you behind bars. And I just want to thank Miss Lawson for sharing this book with our class and getting us to read it. It was a really good book, and I would recommend it to actually everybody.